Now I keep mentioning this. Do the Lakers have a LeBron James problem? And I think, I'm not trying to put this on LeBron James, but I think the answer is yes. Now, obviously, look, LeBron James didn't start the season healthy. He was dealing with sciatica, and he took for the first month of the season off, and that's okay. LeBron James, in his 23rd season, is allowed to take time off at the beginning of the season. That's not a big deal. But what is a big deal is coming in and changing up the chemistry of this team. Now, is LeBron James going out there and forcing everything like he's 2006 Kobe out there? No, he's not. He's not forcing anything out there. In fact, he's been taking his time getting, he's obviously still getting numbers, but he hasn't been forcing anything out there. But the problem is that he's not really contributing anything whatsoever either. And it's LeBron James. When LeBron James plays, it's not like LeBron James could just stand there and kind of just fill up a role and not be the center of attention like he always wants to be, right? Because that's LeBron James in itself. LeBron James, if he's playing, it kind of has to be about LeBron James. And that's not a dig at LeBron James. That's just kind of what it is. Statistically speaking, LeBron James is having the worst season of his entire NBA career. He's averaging 20 points. Let's see, look down the line here. His field goal percentage is 48.5. 3-point percentage is down 31.1. Free throws is 66.7. That's a major dip from what it was over the last few years. Last few years at the free throw line, ever since he's been with the Lakers, really, well, let's see, since 2020, 21-22, he's been shooting 75% at the free throw line. Even last season, he was at 78% at the free throw line. This year, he's at 66. I mean, what gives? I know he's never been a great free throw shooter, but I mean, consistently, this guy is not making a lot of free throws. He's only averaging 5 rebounds, which, look, in altogether throughout his tenure with the Lakers and throughout his career, this guy's an average about 7 or 8 rebounds a game. He's down mostly in every single category. And his plus minus for this year is at minus 4.5. That's, wow, minus 4.5. I mean, last season he was at minus 0.8, so it kind of just averaged out a little bit. And then, before that with the Lakers, he was at an above 3.1, above 3.9. But yeah, a minus 4.5. That's not good. And when he's on the floor, basically the Lakers aren't playing any defense and they're not scoring. And I don't know how you could spin it, but that's not winning basketball. If you can't score and you can't defend, you're going to get blown out. That's just what it is. Now look, it's not just on LeBron James, right? We have other guys that are not putting up consistent numbers, and then other guys are not giving as much energy as possible. But when you are LeBron James, and LeBron James is still the second best player on this team, you have to be able to be contributing at a rate where we're being productive out there. And right now, it's just not happening. Just not happening out there. And now that begs the question, do the Lakers need to move on from LeBron James finally? And I think the answer is yes. I think we do. At the very least, we need to start exploring options for LeBron James. If you're Rob Pelinka, you need to start exploring options for LeBron James because this is not working. With him and Luka Doncic, it's not working. We've already given it, half of last season, the second half of last season, and we're going into the better part of the first half of this season already. Already a quarter of the NBA season is already done. And granted, LeBron James missed the first month of this season, but he's already played 13 games. And granted, that's a small sample size for this season. He's still working to get his legs underneath him. But so far, it's just not working with him and Luka Doncic. Him coming up, it didn't totally blow up the Lakers' chemistry, but we're starting to see an effect now. And with him being the second best player on this team, he needs to be at a point where it's being productive for the Lakers. And it's just not happening right now. It's just not happening. And so the Lakers desperately need to start looking into options for LeBron James. Now, I know that is much easier said than done. Trust me, I know that. I know that LeBron James' stock value is not very high because, one, his contract, and two, it's LeBron James. I mean, how can that be easy for any team trying to bring in LeBron James? It's just not easy, based off of the contract alone. But still, the Lakers need to do what's best in their interest and try to explore options getting LeBron James off this team. I've been a LeBron James fan, proponent on this team for as long as he's been on the Lakers. I have bowed down for my glorious king. And you know what? He's done us well. He delivered on that 2020 championship. He has, kept the team relevant through many, many years. We have been in the playoffs, seemingly been in the playoffs, besides a couple years. made that run to the Western Conference Finals a few years back. But now it's at a point now. Look, obviously, it started last season when we got rid of Anthony Davis. We traded him, and that was by luck, trading him for Luka. But that was the best thing we could have done. We got rid of AD, and look at what AD is doing right now in Dallas. He cannot stay healthy whatsoever. You thought it was bad on the Lakers. It has gotten 10 times worse with him on the Mavericks, and it is not good. And now the writing is on the wall. LeBron James is not at a point where he's being productive anymore. And so we have to do what's best for the Lakers and get age 42 LeBron James off this team. It's just that simple. He needs to be off this team now. I've been a big proponent of him. Thank you, LeBron. You've served us well. Your jersey, that number 23, is going to hang beautifully next to the others. Right? You're not going to have 2 numbers retired because you only wore 6 for about 2 years and you didn't do anything with number 6. So that's not going to get retired. But number 23 will be retired among all the Laker greats over here at Crypto.com Arena one day. One day it will be. You're not going to get a statue. That's not for you. But your jersey will be retired. Okay? And we can thank you that way. But look, LeBron James, thank you for your service. But it's time, dude. We need to go. You need to get going. We need to start focusing on what is best for the Lakers right now. And look, you're still at a point where you could be productive on another team. You could help the Cleveland Cavaliers go to the NBA Finals this year. Imagine that. You going back to Cleveland, having another chance to win a championship. That would be amazing for LeBron James. But right now, it's just not working out with the Lakers. This is already, your 7th or 8th year with the Lakers? That's way more than enough. That's way more than we bargained for. Okay, we thought we would have you maybe 3-4 years at the most. And it's not like you're overstaying your welcome. Maybe with a lot of fans you are. To me, it hasn't reached that point, but it's getting there. It's getting there, LeBron. And Rob Pelinka, we need to do what's best. We need to look for packages. Imagine the assets we can get for LeBron James. I know that's easier said than done, trying to match up salary and all that, but imagine the assets we can get back for LeBron James and letting Luka have the reins. Now look, will it bring us to immediate championship glory, getting LeBron James off the team? No, but I think it's one of those sayings where you subtract, and what's that saying? Addition by subtraction. I think that's what it'll be. Well, with that said, regardless, the Lakers are still 19-9 and 4th in the Western Conference. Look, we're still not at a terrible place right now. 4th in the Western Conference is pretty good, but you cannot continue the trajectory in which we are, and if you let this continue, we're going to sink down towards the bottom of the Western Conference, and that's a place you don't want to be with the team that has championship aspirations. Okay, so Rob Pelinka, they have their work cut out for them. It'll just be a matter of what they can do to either bring in guys to help solidify our defense, or trade away some players. Addition by subtraction, who knows? That's what Rob Pelinka gets paid for. And now maybe even Mark Walter, they can help bring in some guys to help figure that out. Looking at the next 10 games for the Lakers here.